All right, we
Here
are
we
live,
go.
everybody. Woo-hoo, happy
Where can I
election
get
night.
where can I get the link for the show?
I'm
I
guessing you
don't
also have
think
live stream it to X as well
yeah,
simultaneously.
it didn't it
Yeah,
didn't it didn't
it's
prompt me for the live stream this time.
no, it is. It's live streaming. Oh, but for you, it didn't prompt you.
Yeah, for me it didn't prompt me. So I'll take anybody's
No, I
uh
can. I can. Wait, let me just. Let's just figure this out live, shall we? This is the best.
yeah, we'll just figure it out,
Wing
this
it.
is always the best
Wing
time
it.
to do things.
No, I see. I'm just gonna use your stream, Matt. I'm just gonna pull it off your I'm gonna retweet your stream. That's all I need.
Yeah. So
I,
far,
I
it's
don't
got,
care about the views on mine. I just want people to be able to see the show. That's all.
Very, very good. Yeah.
Right.
So we're live. We have people in the chat. They're hand
Hello, everybody.
hand pink waving. I guess that's a cute thing. I don't know.
Happy super special election edition. Hopefully Kim Kitty didn't go to sleep yet and she's tuning in. She was afraid that she'd gotten so early that she wouldn't be able to stay awake for the show. So we'll just come on and we'll keep you awake with the laughter.
was it one of those like Danny like situation where just keeping up and staying up for like some earnings? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, something to keep her going there.
yeah. So we're just gonna stare at the screen all night and just gonna talk. We're not gonna do any charts. I'm just kidding. I think we're gonna do some charts, but
Yeah, we'll do everything.
we'll do everything as we usually do.
So I guess I'm the only one that actually voted for a candidate out of all of us, huh?
I'm not
guess
gonna say in public what I did. So.
I already said in public what I did, and I got to tell you, I've always been like sort of a lifelong. I just like pull the Democratic ballot every time, and this time the way they just sort of anointed Harris without having a real runoff, and the way they tried to like just they tried to like basically throw Biden's body across the finish line at the end, and it just kind of didn't bounce. It wasn't cool with me, so I couldn't vote for Harris.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a Democrat my whole life, and I just can't do it anymore. So, can't do it.
Hey, Chicago.
Can't do it. The whole thing is just shady to me. That's what it's just. I mean, all politics are just shady in general, but even more so on the left. But anyways, this is not about politics.
Right. We've got it going in the background because it's on everyone's mind, but I think it's no secret that the three of us all along for weeks and weeks we've been telling people it doesn't matter who wins the election. The Everything rally is already pre-programmed in. It's happening. It's here. It's already begun. And I just been telling everyone that the election's just a bottleneck.
And look at Tesla after hours right now, 263.12. Look at that. It's going back up towards the angle, guys. I'm watching the angle. Too bad
because it's got to get in position, right? It's got to get right back to like that 271 area.
Yeah.
And then whatever happens, like everyone's going to think that it's going to break out, and and then it does break out. And I'm looking for 291, a test of 291 first. I hope it just keeps going past 291. And then we got like a direct test of like the 299.29, pulls back a little bit, about $10, forms a bull flag, and then just keeps going. And that's my dream scenario.
I mean, Bitcoin's doing well too. Look at it's breaking above my level here. Oh, I gotta put my 4-hour Bitcoin chart.
Yeah, how's the 4-hour chart going, man?
It's been so money actually. I've been obsessed with it all day. Like, look at that. It broke above my level and then it just took off. It held that 45-degree angle perfectly.
I don't know if you ever look at the 4-hour chart with your GAN before, but like it looks absolutely amazing. Hey, pull up the Ichimoku.
I never usually do short time frame because I don't really care about short time. Ooh, it's getting above the cloud.
And also see what's underneath down there. You got a katana building.
Oh, that is a katana. Look at that little katana. The little baby katana.
Oh, cute little 4-hour baby Bitcoin katana. That's the katana, by the way, if you're wondering, is when the conversion line and the baseline form together into one line, and they're going up. And then eventually what happens is the conversion line breaks out away from the baseline and starts to spread out wider and wider and gets a bigger and bigger lead as the price continues higher and higher.
Yeah, exactly the same price. Wow, that's amazing. What about the 8-hour cat? I'm curious now.
I don't look at high time frame.
Oh, that's too high for you now. Yeah, it's getting above the baseline too, 70,199. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna flip back to the election stuff real quick. Then I'll share your screens.
Yeah, that's no big deal. I don't have anything to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we can just take a look, see what the popular vote is real quick. Overall, this is what NBC reporting. Yeah, NBC election. So I guess 2 states kind of already out.
They got an independent out of New Hampshire, right?
Yeah. So 23-3 right now, but it's too early. Nobody really knows anything.
I had a bunch of friends, you know, a bunch of the libertarians, they all like got in touch with each other around the country and said, let's all move to New Hampshire and we're all going to vote libertarian together. And
well, that's
what we've been working on.
Oh, look at that. 5.6 to 4.5. So the popular vote, a 1 million difference. Yeah.
That is a big difference.
So far, early on, yeah, we'll see. But
Yeah.
Kat, I saw you pulled up a chart. You want to show some things?
Yeah, I mean, I can talk a little bit about like the overall thing. I mean, this is I've been doing these lower time frame GAN just for the heck of it. It's been really fun, and I've been combining this with like the liquidation heat map that's available in CoinGlass. So yeah, you see like how we just had a big pump right on Bitcoin. It went all the way up to 71,000, and you can see that it's been pre-programmed because there's a lot of shorts there with liquidation leverage level right around 70,800. It was right around the area, and all of those just kind of got eaten. So I've been looking at that and trying to look at this coincidentally with my GAN and combined with Ichimoku. I think it's probably just a little bit of false breakout about the Ichimoku. I think it's going to be probably end up getting back underneath. It's also hitting my arc over here, by the way. This is like a log scale GAN, but just look at how beautiful the symmetry has been. Right, everything's pre-programmed. Like honestly, there are different opinions you can have. You can have different opinions about who's going to win and how it's going to change the world. I mean, ultimately, each president and each party does have their agenda. I'm not here to argue like politics don't matter. I'm just here to say that the United States and the world, it's generally more resilient than you think, and you're going to have a lot of news and a lot of uncertainty that comes your way, but things still usually turn out okay, and the big money knows this, so they just use it to manipulate prices and try and get you to guess using narratives to try to see which way things go. But everything is pre-programmed. Just look at it, just basically bouncing from arc to arc, came back down to the cloud, broke through the cloud, came back test the arc down here, now it's pushing through the cloud again. Everything is really pre-programmed. Like I can't stress this enough, right? This is like a 6-hour version. The 6-hour also looks really good too. I think it's probably going to having some continuation up to 72 or maybe even it's going to break to all-time high. I think it's probably what's going to happen. I also have a lock GAN here on Bitstamp. Let me see. Actually, yeah, I do have that here, but I do this here on the monthly. And on the monthly, it just looks like it wants to take off, Like look at this like market symmetry here. Every single cycle, it just looks like it's trying to figure out the arc, and it looks like it just wants to take off from the arc to meet our horizontal or next arc, and it looks like we're about to do that, right? And this is in confluent zone with looking at the monthly Ichimoku. You have a rising tank in here that is really trying to push price higher. Every single time when you have like something like this, it just looks like it wants to push price higher, right? Same thing here. It doesn't matter. Like this big giant run here from like November 2022 to March of 2024, it made like a 4x, right? All of this is during the Harris administration. So like, and I think that a lot of people worry about like the election and like how crypto's going to do. Well, I get a lot of comments like that. I just don't understand why, because the entire thing is all based on global liquidity. It's not based on anything else. It's really based on global liquidity. Global liquidity rises, Bitcoin rises, and if you have money coming in, money tends to flow into Bitcoin. I mean, like I don't know what else to say about it. Another thing too is money tends to flow into the U.S. stock market, and most sensitive to liquidity in terms of cycle is going to be the Russell 2000, because these are the small caps. They're the most economically sensitive because they're usually the ones that are more in debt. But they're looking like they're wanting to break out. This basically just looks just like global liquidity. So it is rising. It's just had a breakout. So I think it's going to keep rising. To me, it doesn't really matter who wins the election, but I think it's important to keep in context that the market makers want to have a breakout. The market makers have already asked for a breakout at this horizontal level, and the market makers have been really trying to get everybody to wait until the election results for something to happen, which is to break out the 0.786, which is a very, very important level right here, right? I'm gonna delete it again here. So it's trying to break about the 0.786. So if it breaks about 0.786, then it's lights out. Like, I mean, like you're looking at higher targets like 300 or 315 or something like that. What happened last cycle? Let me turn off the Ichimoku here, kind of give you a little bit better illustration. So 0.786, right? What happened last cycle, as Matt was pointing out last time, from the all-time high to the low here, once it breaks about the like the 0.786, like that's lights out from there, right? So I think we are at the junction where things are about to break out, and this is not just with the IWM. This is also together with the QQQ as well. Because if you look at Qs, you also can see like this is some pretty decent market symmetry here with the GAN here, right? Like look at the arc here, that means something. And then right now we've got rejected arc, came back to an angle, and we're trying to push through the arc here. We did, and we even back tested the arc right here almost perfectly. And right now we're pushing against a very strong resistance level, which is the 1.618. And it's been doing that for about 5 months. And it's got like a little bit of a ascending triangle look to it. It looks like it wants to push through. What is it waiting for? Maybe it's just waiting for election results to come. Does it matter who wins? Does it mean that if somebody wins is going to go down or somebody else wins is going to go up? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it just wants to push through. So if it pushes through this important level, I think over the next 3 or 4 years, it's probably going to end up going to like potentially like double over the next 3 or 4 years. That's kind of what I'm seeing here in the overall market. Same thing, the SPY. SPY is also at resistance right now. But it did break through the 1.618, right? So there's a potential for it to go up even higher, maybe even to the horizontal line up here, maybe even higher, depending where it wants to go. But it's a very, very powerful bull trend. It's at resistance, but it's also broke through a resistance level. So it's hard for me to tell, but it just looks like things want to break out. I don't know what you guys think, but those are kind of my 2 cents, talking about the market, talking about the election. Those are my thoughts. So
yeah.
That's all you got.
I mean,
woohoo! Matt's like, yep.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah.
Well, that's not the only thing I took out. Anyway, do you have any other thoughts to add, you guys?
Tracker, do you?
Yeah, Kat, just keep your chart right there, and I want you to pull the Fibonacci extension tool out, and I want you to start from the pandemic low.
The pandemic low right around here.
That wick right there in March of 2020. So start with your Fibonacci extension tool.
So you want me to go from bottom to top?
Yeah. Go. All right. So right there, perfect, and then go down to the next lower, the higher low from there.
The next higher low from here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, you already had it right. You go to the highest high after the pandemic.
I'm so confused. Highest high after the pandemic.
It's going to be 3 points.
Right there.
No, not the Fibonacci retracement tool.
Got it.
Fibonacci extension tool.
Oh man, what, dude? Take over, man. Take over, man.
You can do it. You can do. Anyone. I want to show that anyone can do this.
I'm lazy. Do it.
All right. We're looking the SPY.
I want you to show me your stuff. I don't want you to tell me what to do.
So
you're making me work.
Go back here, and you just go off the pandemic low. It's going to look like this. I'll do it for you again here.
Yes.
Fibonacci extension tool. You go to the March 2020 pandemic low. You go to the next highest high, and then the next lower high, and you get almost exactly it. This one's actually set up correctly. And so, yeah, here we are bouncing. What you guys are looking at as this 1618. I guess it's how do you do that? It was a retrace, but then extends higher than 100% to the 1618.
Yeah, I did the December 2021 high to the October 2022 low. That's how I did the 1.618.
So for me, off of this is like
Yeah.
the wave start,
Yeah.
wave 1, wave 2, and now we're in wave 3. Wave 3 sub 1, sub 2, wave 3 sub 3, wave 3 sub 4, and now we're in wave 3 5. So I'm expecting after it went to a little bit more than the 382, almost back to the 236. I think it's going to go to 1236. In fact, I've got kind of this gray box. I think this gray box is because we were talking about it together, and I think I just kind of fished out that price zone between the three of us. I want to, let me try this real quick. Sometimes if I see that this doesn't exactly fit 382, 236, I could mess with this price right here and try to get it a little closer. So that, if I pull it down just a little more, it kind of makes it better. 382, 236. Oh, and then the 1236 is way up here. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's just leave it the way we had it. Leave it alone. Okay.
Be like libertarian. Be like libertarian about it. Leave it alone.
Yeah. My 123.6 fib would be the next target after a successful test, or almost basically the 23.6. So it goes up 100% to the 1236. Maybe since it got a little higher than this, maybe it'll go a little higher than that. And then back.
We got a special guest on right now, guys.
Awesome. Anyway, cut to the end. My
welcome.
SPY chart goes to 900.
Guess who's here?
Is it Real Blonde Broker?
No.
Is it Danny?
No.
Is it
Is it Heidi?
It's yes.
If you keep making me guess, I'll just keep guessing.
Welcome, Welcome.
Hey.
Hey, man.
What up?
Welcome.
Or did he join automatic or accidentally?
No, I'm in here. I'm in this bitch.
He never does anything by accident.
Never.
He's like fucking worse that way.
I'm in here.
Very good. You got any charts you want to show? You got your Bitcoin chart over 71,000 or anything? No.
Let me see. Hold up. I got hella shit pulled up. Let me turn this shit off real quick.
Oh, sorry to cut you off, Tracker. You can continue your thought first.
It's fine. It's fine. The SPY just basically, we're looking for higher. I'm looking for it to just keep on going up over 6,000. I'm sorry. It's SPY, right? So it's 655.
Yeah. That's
Maybe a retest of.
That's the top of my heart too. Yeah.
Maybe actually goes right to the psychological 600 instead of this 594 for the 100%, and then on to 900. At some point. Of course, on the way up here, this will be like 5 waves inside of this, so it'll be really spooky and scary on the way up there, especially this one right here. That wave 4 will look terrifying. This wave 2 will look like it topped out right here. Something along those lines. So yeah, we're definitely looking for higher prices for the SPY. And then my Bitcoin chart, I'm looking for this to go to 80. Let's see. I just skipped to the end. 89,500 is kind of in this box here, around 89,000 to 90,000 for. That's just the wave 1. That's what we're in right now. That's just the wave 1. And it tests back down, and then after it's surviving 75,000, it goes up to like 112,000. Survives 105,000, and we go on up to, I can't even see it anymore. I have to go to like the weekly. 165,000. So yeah, my chart is starting to approach Matt's chart in scale.
All right, now I got to get A's opinion real quick. Over to you, man.
What up?
What you got there?
Just cracked. This is my 4th beer right now. We're getting lit. Feeling crazy.
So what do you see? What do you see on your chart?
This shit looks crazy, bro. Because really just started the expansion move here. We're definitely getting some shit like this when the girth, when it gets thick like this. The ladies love the girth.
I love the girth too. Don't leave the cats.
Sir. Look at that. It's so easy to see, especially with it curving down. So confirmation, I realized with my 4-hour RSI indicator, when we're hitting explosive move, I just realized this other day is when it goes up, when it goes down. And I realized every time it does that, we get the girth expansion on the 4-hour. So we should see, maybe not that thick. That's too thick for them.
That's kind of like my Bollinger Band expansion theory too.
Yeah.
Very similar.
It's actually just going straight vertical. So from here, it's got to just like cool into all-time high. But this is a crazy 4-hour chart right here. I mean, huge buy signal. This is really what, hold on, let me see the daily. I mean, goddamn, right there. It's about to get crazy because typically when the 4-hour print gives this much volume, it's going to fill up. And then we get at least, like, it makes sense for it to cool off sometime during the day tomorrow, but it's not stopping. I mean, the daily chart, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
So your cat's name is going to be Trump, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
what about the election though? I mean, like if like one candidate wins, it's going to go the other way, right?
I don't think it matters, and this is why I keep telling people.
All right, I think you joined the camp.
This is a crazy move right here because the short squeeze happened right here. I've had this shit like just I felt like this whole move was programmed right here. What do you think's gonna happen here, boys? This shit looks like it's just getting started to me.
Yeah, it's going to all-time high probably.
Perfect execution right here. Max capitulation.
Yeah.
Right here. Everyone getting scared. I mean,
yeah.
This thing is just looking too crazy. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, every time frame just looks the exact same. The monthly is the one because I'm focusing on higher time frames for Bitcoin right now. I'm not really too focused on these short ones. Because this monthly, this is November right here. So November can finish off like exactly like over here. I'm looking for a move like this for November. So it would make sense that on a weekly point that we continue to just print. Because if you look at last November, the printing literally started around the same time. Like we're going to get some type of weekly print like this. I don't necessarily think we're going to cool off. I think all sell-offs are going to happen in a daily time frame. And, you know, I was confident in this point right here that we were going to bounce. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days of red candles was enough. I thought it was enough at like 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. I was like, this is it.
They want to make Halloween extra spooky this year.
Yeah. And then they almost got me to capitulate right here. I was losing it. I'm like, this is too many. God damn it. And then boom, sure enough, God's plan, baby. God's plan. But even the daily time frames just getting started. You can see when this buy signal pops up, it typically runs for a little bit and it just started. So you really just need to see a close right there to tomorrow for this, or you just need to see a close above like 76 for this shit to just continue to rip. I mean, we already ate out. These sell zones are essentially like resistance levels. So the more we enter it, the more times we do, the more likely we are to just blast through it. So there's really no doubt in my mind that this is the start of the all-time high run right here.
Somebody mentioned that the IWM, the Russell 2000 after hours, is also gone up a lot. Which, yeah, I think we closed at like 224.2 and now it's like 227. So the 0.786 is 223.76. So something big might be happening in November.
On log scale it's 226. 72.
So it broke above that. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the number. That's the holy grail I've been looking at for IWM, basically the 226.74. And if it closes the week above it, then I think it's go time. All right, I think he left. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'll give it back to you. The screen.
Okay. Yeah, let's. We can. Let's just check.
Palantir, baby.
Let's see what's happening here first.
Palantir. I uploaded another 5K of those mofos today.
Well, somebody before the aftermarket closes, I just wanted to show some Tesla. My 4-hour chart on Tesla. Ooh, Trump's up 1.5 million difference.
Wow.
It's over with for her.
Just a quick note on the IWM after hours. It did run up to 227.80.
I bought TNA today.
5 cents less than the last highest high. So it just wicked up to just under all-time high for the IWM.
Yeah, let's see how it closes the week. That's what's important
Exactly.
for me.
Exactly.
Wow, it's not looking good for retirement. Black Swan.
Well, I still like to see gridlock in the Congress. So I think that'll be a good thing. But yeah, I mean it's still early. But
So here's my Tesla 4-hour chart, and yeah, it's breaking above levels. That level there, 254. It's going up to the next level too, which is also at 271, 272. So that's going to be resistance until it's not. So I do see some resistance above, but I think it has potential to break through. And yeah, this chart's worked perfectly. Basically, straight up the angle, straight there, rejection, back down the arc, straight up, like just back and forth. A perfect linear scale chart right here.
It's like watching Billy in the Family Circus. Remember those Sunday cartoons?
Yeah.
They're probably too young.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, he goes down the slide. He like runs across the yard, past the dog, under the trees.
Yeah, and that arc there was just crazy. Like that island reversal. I should have pulled this up the whole time just to see what's really going on.
So wild.
So hungry.
Yeah, and I think coin after hours is over 200 too, so that's looking pretty nice. Yeah, and this is the 4-hour chart for coin too. It held that 45 perfectly.
Coin going right back to 120, bro. I have like next week it's gonna fly to 120. Like
220.
220. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
You're scaring me, eh?
Yeah, 120. No,
it's gonna fly to 120.
Fly straight down the fucking right past the line. What is this indicator called? The GAO. What is it called?
GAN.
GAN.
Yeah.
The GAN. It's gonna blast right through the bottom of the GAN at 140, baby.
Do it.
You mean 240?
No, I'm talking about the one underneath it. It's gonna just powwow down. No, I'm just kidding. 240.
Well, yeah, I can see that happening. I think what's really happening now though is the 4-hour. It's at resistance a little bit with the 200 levels. So we'll see. I think it has potential to get up to the 208, then maybe 211. Then yeah, the angle up here is 220. So we'll see if it gets up there.
I have my eyes closed because I'm in heavy options that expire 11/15 for 220. I feel good though. This looks really good. We're at 200 already. 4-hour looks like it's just starting a parabolic move, man. On all my indicators, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Right this second, it's $200.01.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what my ice cream was.
And in 30 seconds, there's no more after hours. Unless you look at Robinhood, then that'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust those moves anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless, coin is looking really good. It's just forming higher lows and higher highs on a higher time frame, and there's really nothing to like get worried about. If you look at them, just like the monthly candles
On coin.
Yeah, on coin, like over the last 3 months. Let me see. Yeah, over the last 3 months, there's got a little bit of like a trident bottom to it. I call these like tridents.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, like the 3 wicks underneath below, like like these things are super bullish. If you see them, it's just like okay, higher time frame is it's got a bunch of demand underneath. It wants to go a lot higher. So
yeah.
Does there happen to be one like in July through October of 2023 back there?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a very similar look that you had before the big giant move from like $70 all the way to like 280. You have a very, very similar morphology. If you like zoom down.
Oh look, there it is.
Yeah.
You can see it now.
And the quarterly chart on
it's got a tweezer. It's got a tweezer bottom.
No, but look at this. It's been riding the conversion line for the
Yeah.
past like year. Like it's really just in your face that this has been a bullish chart, just building a base on top of the quarterly conversion line, and it wants to go higher. Like this is bullish. Like no matter which time frame you really look at, the coin is bullish.
Yeah,
What
it's
about
a
the-
rising too. Yeah.
What about the 7-minute chart?
Well, I'm gonna type in the 30-second chart because
Oh,
that's no.
it's so flat.
Yeah, so coin looks great. Tesla looks great. I mean, the after hours closed. So yeah, it closed at 258.69, 4-hour chart. I see a request for HEMS real quick. Yeah, HEMS, it's just stuck, guys, in between the 886 and the 702, right down there. It's just right in the middle, 2281 and 1864. It's been in that range. Yeah, buying support, selling resistance, and just wait till it breaks above 2281, and then it's clear to go. But this chart on the weekly chart, it looks like Palantir. Like, honestly, from Palantir's high all the way up, it's looking more and more like Palantir. Like, it wants to break higher, and I think it is eventually. Just got to give it time.
Like it literally wants to go to 50. Like Palantir just got to 50, and HIMS looks like it's doing the same path as Palantir.
Yeah,
pathway to 50.
It'll go. It's just stuck in a range right now, so just give it time. It'll do its own thing. It's a very volatile stock. Like you saw it today, it went like 23 down to like 19 just in one day, and then it closed around 20. So 2064. Yep. All right, who's next? What else we got here?
I think A is really excited about Palantir.
All right, Palantir, you got a chart A you want to show?
I'm not honestly. That's the only chart I don't look at. Like I swear to God, on everything, I don't really ever pull up that chart just because it gives me anxiety. I just sell based off what I see on X, and I know we're levels. So now that we're in price discovery,
I think all we got to do is check out Garcia's post, and if he's posting a lot of memes, then we're good to go.
Yeah. Literally, that's all I do. I go based off of what Garcia posted from my right. So
yeah, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it looks very similar to the Bitcoin chart, to be honest. Like from the parabolic move from like 2015 all the way to 2017. That's what it looks like to me. And it looks like the monthly is really just getting started, which is insane because a lot of people, like, it's not a small market cap, and the valuation is getting stretched. But they also, like, their business model is just absolutely amazing. Like I don't know how else to say this. If they are able to do like 30 or 40%, annual revenue growth, like they really look like they're in the trajectory, just keep growing like crazy.
Yeah, the total addressable market has even scratched the surface yet.
Yeah, so I think this thing is probably. I would not be surprised, and I think like it's kind of crazy to think about, but I would not be surprised if it gets to like 600 in like 2 or 3 years. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not counting on it. Like, obviously, that's like something crazy to think about, but the way that the bull trend's going right now, I'm not getting in front of this trend. So.
Yeah, there's no need to take profits at all. Just write it up because the next fib extension level on Logscale is at 70.
I should have looked at the fucking charts. The 3-day just gave the buy signal, so that prints for a little bit longer.
Ooh.
It gives me anxiety looking at this fucking chart, but it doesn't look like it's not gonna stop just yet.
No, it doesn't look like it's gonna stop at all. And if it follows this angle up the whole way, it is gonna be $100 in less than a year. It's basically what it's gonna look like. So.
Give me a black swan. So I can at least grab it at, because
we had it. We had the Japanese yen carry trade. We had it.
It was right here. It went all the way up to 21.
It was a BS black swan. Like, it was absolutely BS.
Look at this real quick. Hold on. I just want to show one indicator.
Yeah, I'll flip you on.
So you can see. Hold on. I want to go through all the time frames for everyone. On a weekly point. It has never. It's fallen once to the middle of the bands, bro. So if I could just get God's plan, I might have to pray tonight. Give it to me. It seems highly unlikely, though. That's a big. It
seems unlikely. You don't want to bet against the trend. Yeah.
Well, I do now. Now I got to rebuy it for more than I sold, so that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, but you have other trades that are going extremely well. A lot of the Bitcoin stuff too.
It worked. This is what I should have looked at the charts. I fucked up. I'm telling you, I don't ever look at it because it gives me really bad anxiety.
Well, I've got a chart for you, A.
Hold up.
Yeah, why does Palantir give you anxiety? Like, it's a very boring stock. It's very boring.
It's a heavy position.
It just keeps
going up. Retest now, like $38 if it wants to come down to earth. Let me look at the retests. Are typically on the days. Oh my God. Fuck. So remember what I told you, when you get the expansion like that. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like the same Bollinger Band expansion theory. Like, whenever it happens, it just keeps going up for a while. it doesn't have to follow any of the resistance levels. Like it doesn't care. It just wants to go up.
It don't care. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up. I'm gonna just admit that.
The cat claw is pointing up. Hey, yeah.
Damn, I fucked up. It's all good.
Tracker.
Yeah, I've got a Palantir chart.
Yeah, do it.
All right, so my Palantir chart, originally I really thought it was gonna, crap out down here between the 764, and I had it going back to the 382 because that's what I usually see. It usually goes 0, 764, 382, 1382 for a really bullish chart. And what happened was it never went back lower. It hung around the 76.4% extension here, and then just kind of filled up into the rest of it, went to the 100%, and then it hung down here, and it never went back. And then here we are. It's exploding back up. It's hanging around the 123.6 right now. I'm going to call it and say it's going to go to the 138.2% extension for 54.27 next. And then here is A's chance when it does come back to the 100% retrace. That's what it's supposed to do after a 138.2 extension, the 100% retrace, and then it goes to 100% higher to the 2382. No, wait, that'll be 100% higher. Well, yeah, 138, 100%, 238, 2. This doesn't usually happen with a chart. Usually the fifth wave ends at 238, but in this case, it's the third wave going to 238, back to 200, and then the 3382 for 102.09. And so that's what I'm seeing with Palantir next. So your next chance to buy it lower will be buy it before $45. In fact, don't even mess around. Maybe see where right here, this little squiggle, like that's your buy zone. Start buying it and DCA down as low as you can get, as close as you can to $45. And maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe it'll just keep going. But so far, this is where it can't go in a straight line forever. It's got to cool off a little bit, and this might be where it cools off between $54 back to 45 before it starts heading for 78 next.
Or it goes up a straight line for 2 or 3 years and then crashes for
No, I'm serious, guys. I haven't looked at this chart in like 3 weeks.
Stranger things have happened.
And now you're super bullish on it. You're like, damn it.
Yep. It gives like you avoid something because when you look at it, it gives you anxiety. Like I'm like that with life. When things like bother me, I just avoid it. So I like literally avoided looking at this shit. And I'm kind of mad.
I'm glad that like we're calming voices to you because you're here. So
it's all good. Actually, I'm not kind of mad because I aped into the miners that are going to give a better return.
Yeah.
Although
you'd be fine.
This return that it did from here, from me thinking the pullback was coming at 40, is a safer, would have been a smarter return. Instead, I'm gambling on miners right now. So
you're not Coinbase. You're not gambling.
Nah, it's not gambling.
You know what you're doing, eh? Stop it.
Here's my Coinbase chart after that's not the pandemic low. Anyway, from here in 2023, December 2023 is my wave start to the wave 1, to the wave 2 down here at 114.51, and it jumped like way up here to the 100% level, and then came all the way back to the 236. That's a weird chart. I don't usually see these kinds of moves. It's almost like it just did an extended wider flat of the 2. It started to go big and then fell all the way back over, almost to where it started. But from here, I would look for another, from the 236 to the 1236. Actually, no, why? Oh, because this went to 100%. I think it's going to do the 1618. I'm giving 2025 the benefit of a doubt, and I'll start going to, instead of 1382s, 1618s for 236. Gosh. Yeah, oh, I know. I pushed all these up because it already did this 100% move up here. When it comes down for the wave 4, it needs to have a 1 fibs distance between here. In fact, maybe it'll just be a little higher than that. So yeah, I'm looking for the 1618 for 366, then back to somewhere between about 320-ish, and then on to the 2618 for $522.50. And we're down here at 200 now. So from 200 to the wave 3 top, that's 82% gain. And then from where we are right now to the wave 5 top is a 160% gain. But if you have Con-L, it's double that. And this chart, I didn't like draw a coin and then make the Con-L chart based on the coin chart. This is all by itself, just sort of dead reckoning off of how price has been behaving with Con-L. And my wave start is down here on 377. Wave 1 up here at 90.18. Then the wave 2 comes all the way back to 1724, which gives us these really cool fib extensions. Let's see, from here, 764, the 382 again. It might be kind of played out already because we had all this mumbo jumbo back here. So maybe it only comes back to 60.29. Then, oh my gosh, 200%. Why do I have it like that? I did this early in the show, and now I can't remember why I did it like this.
Do you have Cornell?
Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of Con-L.
You did. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, this will change on the way, but basically this thing goes up to 242 or a 887% gain.
But when are you selling?
880% from now. Yeah, I'll probably sell them to the wave 4s.
The question, Cat, is when are you going to sell your Con-L?
Yeah.
200, 320. I mean, come on.
I'll try to catch this 1618, sell into the strength, and maybe just try to rebuy as it goes down and approaches this level around 316ish. It just looks so different. I think I had a different thought process I was doing here. So basically 764. Normally it would be 382. I just didn't like the 382 because it had already done so much of this price testing back here. That's why I put it sort of on top of this at the 50% level, which should be like 150%. Why have I gone to 200%? That's my big question. 150, then back to 100, and then 200. Okay, so that's just crazy. There, that looks a little bit more sane. Let's do it like this. Sorry, I don't know how I lost my head there.
You need to be more insane, Tracker.
I know, right? That's 666%. Well, I guess it's about 563% now.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty insane. That's fine. Yeah.
I know, right?
Did you guys see the poly market for betting?
Oh, are people actually spending like 38 cents and 50 cents?
I don't know, but Trump just jumped to 70% in the betting markets.
Oh wow!
So who gets like $1 million of that money? Like, where's it going? What is Poly?
Poly market? It's just like a betting app.
Okay. Like, do they give out a piece of that, or they just keep it for themselves?
I don't know.
It's interesting. I saw Roaring Kitty said if you interacted with his post, he'd give 10 people like $10,000 or something if Trump wins.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I didn't comment on it. But
it's no $1 million from Elon Musk, though. I mean, come on.
No, it isn't.
All right, let's see what's going on. Let's do an update real quick.
Yeah, let's take a look.
A look-see. So the Republican gained in a seat.
I still see my Con-L chart.
Yeah, I still see Tracker's chart.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, right. The Republicans are okay. Well, I guess it's too early, but yeah.
Oh wait, we got to have the music.
You're gonna have a lot more. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot more like the East Coast and the Midland. The Midland's gonna come a lot sooner because they're just like a lot less people. So you're gonna have better results at the beginning.
I was reading this thing about how they've got so many
and urge Congress.
The Republican members did a lot more early voting, and so a lot of those ballots are going to come in later. Like last time, the blue ballots came in later in the election, and so it looked like more red, but then more blue ballots came in. But this time it's going to be the opposite. It might start to be like more bluish looking by tomorrow morning. But then as the Republican mail-in vote ballots get counted, it's going to look more and more red.
Yeah, there we
It
go.
already looks pretty red right there.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Yeah, whenever it's neck to neck, just like last time when they said that like Trump and Hillary were neck to neck, it wasn't, you know. It's anyway, doesn't matter. But
And if you're just tuning in, we're of the opinion it doesn't matter who wins the presidential election. Everything rally has already begun.
yeah.
Trump eating the dicks out of Harris. Let's go.
Whoa.
Matt, can you show my charter real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. I'm just gonna go through.
Did you see the betting market, A?
Yeah, you want to know? When Hillary and him were running, they had Hillary at like 99% to win. That shit crazy. The betting market's crazy.
Yeah,
They had me at like 70. I see.
Yeah,
Poly market has them at like 70.
Yeah.
I was talking about dark web in 2016. That shit was highly illegal what they were doing on the dark web. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's now it's like really legal. Like you can do it on
Yeah,
Robinhood.
exactly.
It's kinda crazy.
retirement right now is cooked. I'm talking to him. I fuck with him. I know you don't like him, Kev, but he don't even like Andy no more, bro. He don't even like, I swear he talks. He don't even like Andy no more. He even says he's weird.
Yeah, but I can't be serious on somebody's name who's like Black Swan for like years. I just cannot. It's anyway. This is my Palantir monthly chart. I'm just showing the Bollinger Band here. So I see why you're anxious because like it looks like it's hitting escape velocity. And whenever it broke above the 0.786, I think both Matt and I were like, roll, I think it's gonna keep going. And it's really been just kind of kept going ever since then. So right now, you guys are right. There potentially maybe a little bit of pullback. I don't know if I necessarily would guarantee on that, but just like I superimposed this with Bitcoin's chart, right? Because when Bitcoin broke about the 0.786 here from the bull cycle is 2015, 2017, the Bollinger Band morphology looked very similar, by the way. Like this fractal actually looks really amazingly similar. So the way I see it is that you have hit escape velocity. You've hit above the 0.786, kind of like it did over here. And then Bitcoin just ran, right? Between the 0.786 and between like the previous all-time high, it did have a lot of volatility in between. Palantir didn't really have that so far. Could it potentially come back down and have like a crazy doji candle like it did over here? Or, like a crazy like wick candle over here? Plausible, right? And that would probably like be like the maximal pullback that you're gonna get. Like I don't know, like if it goes down to like the like mid 30s, like you're lucky to have that. Like I'm not sure if it's gonna do that anymore. It can stay overextended for a very long time. I think it wants to hit the 1.618 at the very least, which is $157.62. The Bitcoin cycle, which looks exactly like what Palantir is doing right now, and Palantir just started have like that lower, like just like you say, like you have the upper Bollinger Band expansion. And you get a lower Bollinger Band expansion. It looks like it's just started. This thing right here looks like it was like this thing right here. So I think it might just continue to push. I don't know whether or not it's going to stop at 1.618. It could stop a little bit above that and just kind of go down sideways. Or if it just go crazy, it could potentially hit like the 2.272, which is what happened with Bitcoin during that cycle. It looks exactly the same. I can't like this. I cannot be like bearish on Palantir. I can't sell out and just wait to buy lower. Like it is possible you can get a pullback kind of like this, but I just can't guarantee it. With Coinbase, I think we are hitting a little bit of resistance here because of the the Boron support band serving a little bit of resistance here, but it's turning flatter. Like initially it was rejected here, but it's turning flatter. I think it's going to get above it, and once it gets above the Boron support band, I think it's just go a lot higher. There's nothing really that bearish about this chart anymore. Even on the higher time frame, like the low Bollinger Band is contracting a little bit because it's just been going sideways for like a whole year. But the 20-month moving average is probably going to end up pushing this up. I mentioned about the Trident thing here. There's a Trident here. There's a tweezer here. There's a tweezer here. These things are basically very similar in morphology, So I think it's probably going to go up like a lot higher from here, higher lows and higher highs. I think if Matt is right, if the others chart is going to what, like you said, 10 trillion, because or something ridiculous.
Or which one? Palantir?
The others chart. I'm
Oh
talking
no,
about- yeah.
others I see going to 14. I can share that next, and I'll show
Yeah.
you whenever we're done. Yeah.
Because I want to talk about like if you're talking about the others chart, what is others right now? Others is like 200 billion. if you're talking about the whole altcoin market going up that high, like Coinbase is going to rip. It's going to rip to like crazy proportions, and I think it might. Yeah, that Cornell might surprise Tracker. Like I don't know. I don't want to be like super crazy.
That'd be awesome.
Well, if Coinbase goes to 1,000, Connell will probably go to like over 100. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might
So-
be surprising. So
I really don't know if I want to sell any Connell. I told Kat the other day I'm going to be a Connell degen because
Oh, I like it.
I don't usually do leverage ETFs, but I loved Coinbase that support so much. So I'm like, I just got to keep loading up, and so yeah, that's my plan. I'm sticking to it.
yeah, like if you want to quote play it safe and don't want to just get into like ape into altcoins, then this might be Cornell might be a safe play. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous to say that.
Well, I think it is because Coinbase is going to be one of the safest exchanges to bet on, really, if you're in the stock market, because it's safe, right? It's compared to like a KuCoin or something else where it could just like they could take it down anytime. I think it's pretty safe. That said, they also can collect a ton of fees during the altcoin season, so a ton of fees.
They already get a bunch of my fees.
They're nice to me. I think I'm like level 7 or 8 now.
Oh, you're leveling up. Nice.
Damn, baby, let's get it. I think alts
Yeah,
get
but-
crushed
yeah, I
here, though,
thought for a
guys.
while they,
I'm
like-
scared to look at them.
What's getting crushed?
Biddy runs and the alts get crushed. Dominance
Oh.
got to hit 61 to 63, I think, is my target for dominance. And then the alts really start to run.
Yeah, it's reasonable, but I actually think that Ethereum probably had bottom against Bitcoin. I have some reasons to believe that because it's back testing the zone. So, but yeah, we'll see. I know that you think that Bitcoin dominance is going up higher, but it's not. It's actually not a bad thing for alts at this stage. You know, if
Nah, it's not, because the higher it goes, the harder it crashes, and the harder the alt season is. That's the correlation between there. So
Yeah.
let's get it, baby.
Yeah.
Beating the brakes
A
out
lot
of
of
her right
people-
now. Let's go.
a lot of people don't understand, like, yeah, the harder it goes one way, the harder it's going to go the other way when it does. So, which is why I'm actually pretty bullish on Ethereum right now.
Yeah. I mean, things and Doge is what, 18 cents now? It's like just doing good things. But this is the post that I posted right here, right when it was at the bottom. You can see it was touching the arc right there during that post.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna go to show my screen right now. So it showed the bottom there, and now look at what's going on with this. It just bounced, right? It was at the bottom there, and then it bounced. So like these arcs have been playing out perfectly. So literally, this could be the bottom of support the day before the election that we saw yesterday. Like this has a very good probability of that happening. Especially you don't even need any arcs. You can just draw a line back there. Like look at all that support week over week over week over week over week. Like it looks solid. Even in the past, it was a pretty important zone too. So this literally has a possibility of being the chance to go to the moon, right? From here.
To the moon, baby.
Like not even a hyperbole or anything. Like you can see from the bottom how it went up to the blue level, and now it wasn't able to flip the top ARC2 support back in the day, but now it is, right? Now it is. And what sits up here? Well, there you go, Kat. That's 14 trillion. 14 trillion.
Insane.
Nice.
Did my screen
Insane.
just
That's
go?
it's just like a 70x from here or something like that.
Did my screen go blank?
No, like I can see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that's we want to see what is that from current price? We go up here. That's 7,000%. So
Yeah. Yeah. You're insane, man.
So this is not including stable coins, not including XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the Doge. Doge is the top 10, right? Yeah, it's not including any of those market caps. So this is just altcoins, baby. This really has the potential to go to the next level. And people are super bearish at support. Like almost everybody I know is like, oh, altcoins. Like, they give up on them. They give up, and like the ones that probably didn't perform well for a while, like XRP, those things have a chance to shine. And don't get me started on XRP, Cat.
I'm gonna rebuy my bag I sold 10 months ago. Okay.
The XRP
Just for
bag.
you, Matt. I really am. Just because Matt likes that shit so much.
Well,
I swear to God, I'll buy a little
yeah,
bit. Just for you,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
so I can enjoy the ride. Maybe I'll look at it. But I hate Brad. Motherfucker King is selling, dumping.
For XRP.
Yeah. If you look at the XRP, his wallet, because it's public, he has sniped every single top. That guy is a monster.
Garland House did.
Yep. I'll
Damn.
send you his address and you can look. Every
Yeah.
transaction he's made has started the downtrend.
Well, this kind of marked the top every single time. The ARC here has marked the top. Like back into 2018, it marked the top. Back in 2021, it marked the top. It marked the top. It marked the top. It marked the top. Even right before the SEC appealed, it marked the top. So this chart has been super accurate. And if you just look at it like this, it's super bullish, right? It's just a breakout, and it's building a base for 7 years on top of this level. And it's almost time to go. And I think what I really am focused on, yeah, it's below every indicator, but the monthly chart is what I'm really focused on for XRP. And it's just stuck in between the 100 and the 50-month moving average, and it's building a base for a couple years along this 100-month moving average. So if I just do what you do, and like continue drawing the lines or whatever, right? Soon.
All that shit. You got to do that, bro. I'm a visual. I'm very artsy. Do it.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm buying right there.
Wait. Matt, this is a perfect place to put in that 75 period moving average I've been telling you about.
So you got to draw these lines. So essentially, if it just, I'll put it on real quick, Tracker. If you just see this trend here, maybe by May of 2025, it could be launch mode, right? And maybe then it's just waiting for something. I have no idea what it's waiting for, but the market symmetry, it doesn't lie. Like every time it was the market top, it predicted it with the top of the arc. Always, always, always. And now it's running out of time. It's literally just running out of time. So it has to go up. So it's going to be forced to pop. And yes, I'll put on the 75. And yeah, that's support. 75-month moving average is your support.
Yep, there you go. Because like I've told you before, like when half the traders think it's going to go to the 50 and the other half think they can push it to the 100, it has to pass through that 75 moving average either way, so you can see who's winning the battle by what side of the 75 it's on.
Yeah, that's a good indicator right there. Let me just use that one alone. I do enjoy that. And yeah, it's been a perfect indicator since here, really. It's kind of been riding it, then it was a resistance a little bit, and then it mostly a support.
Yeah, so it's your battleground inflection point.
And since this level has taken 7 years to play out, maybe in the next 7 years it'll be $29.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we just lost like 500 viewers just now. So.
Well, we only had 4. Now you're lying.
Now we're at negative.
Now you're lying to me. What are you, a politician? God.
Well, dude, yeah.
I just can't. No matter what, I cannot be bearish on this chart on the high time frame. And like people are like, oh, it's a dead thing. It's dead. But you guys gotta remember, this is 60,000%. Right? That is a 60,000. Like that's an insane gain. So yeah, 7-8 years to cool off. Is that really that big of a deal? I don't think so. 60,000. It's just it's an insane move that it had, and people are like, oh, it's done nothing. Well, that's because you bought probably here, or you bought here, or you bought here, or here, or here. Everybody just always buys the top because that's when max euphoria is. And now that everything's at support, even XRP, it looks like it's at support. Literally everything looks like it's at support, or it was yesterday, right before the election, which is weird timing, but there are no coincidences. So I'm bullish on crypto, and I think it's going to be an amazing move for Coinbase, for Bitcoin, for
Who is winning right now, guys? Can someone break this down? I don't know what to believe on X.
yeah. I'll flip it on right here.
Well, Matt's doing that. I just want to remind you the XRP use case is for much faster
Cross
transfers of money.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see it.
Yeah, go ahead.
As XRP is used, they burn tokens. So the more popular it gets, the more XRP tokens they burn, and the more valuable the remaining tokens become.
Basically replaces the national SWIFT banking system. You can get your payments in 3 seconds instead of 5 weeks.
Yeah, the Swift system like absolutely sucks.
Absolutely beating the dicks out of her. Let's go.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't even know why it's still in existence.
Well, everybody's like, "Oh, that's old tech. It's old tech." But my rebuttal to that is no other coin that's free has this kind of liquidity as global liquidity worldwide. They don't, like, especially the token supply too. It's meant for worldwide people to hold it, right? If it was like less, then it would just be not enough for everybody. But basically, the liquidity and the supply and everything, and it's almost free. No other coin can really compete with that. And with their ODL, their on-demand liquidity, they can actually do things without any slippage, right? And basically instantly and free. And it's not pre-funded. Like Swift is pre-funded. So there's so many arguments that it's old tech, but no other coin has what XRP has. So it's probably going to work eventually, but it just takes time.
Yeah, and also, what about the people who are complaining about the Ethereum prices right now? I mean, they're going to complain about gas prices later. It's
oh yeah. Eventually, there has to be an alternative to Ethereum because it can't just go on as when it gets to 10,000, it's going to be insane how much it costs to like send money or to do a smart contract or something. It's going to be crazy. And they like Solana is an alternative, but I mean, they have a lot of problems they have to fix too. They always go down when the network's overloaded.
Guys, I need an honest answer. Is Trump beating the dicks out of her, or am I just saying this? Because I don't know what I'm just saying it. I don't even know.
It's looking
I don't know how to comment on that because that's a very vivid image.
Well, and it's really too early because like look at all these yellow.
Have you guys seen what's that movie, babe, with Ty Swindle?
I think the
Bad Moms Christmas.
No, we haven't seen
Google
that one,
Ty Swindle. Google Ty Swindle Bad Mom Christmas. I imagine Trump is beating her like that. You'll know what I mean. Just look it up.
The thing is, I think it's still too early because a lot of the Northwest states they're just slower. They're just like really inefficient when it comes to the counting of votes. So if you're gonna have the Florida, you're gonna have the Deep South. They're gonna come in first, and the Midwest, they're gonna come in first, and they're gonna be pro-Trump. The West Coast and also the West Coast migrants that like Colorado, that's a swing state. A lot of the other states, like the big population state in the West Coast, it's not gonna come in until like a few hours later, and then you're gonna end up having like some swing states like Pennsylvania or like
California, right? I think it's going to be a swing state. No.
That's a
Trump hired 800 lawyers to post up at these swing states. Did you guys know that?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He's not playing around. That's fucking crazy.
I think both sides should hold both people accountable. Because it should be a serious matter.
What part of Florida is that's fucking blue? I think
that's where you're at, man.
I was about to say. I think I literally live there.
Fort Lauderdale, right?
Insane.
Or Hollywood, Florida.
I think it's lower. I think it's Miami-ish. Yeah.
Well,
no, I'm saying like Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
Yeah.
Hollywood. That's probably a Democratic.
So, Matt, can you show us on the doll where EOSC touched you?
Well, I'm not buying yet, but I'm gonna. If it drops to my level here, I'm gonna do it. Let me just switch screens.
Yeah. Let's talk about EOSC. They had a really nasty looking quarterly report. Like it missed by like negative 700% or something like that. Ridiculous. But because of the election, they didn't do their earnings call yet. They're going to do that tomorrow morning. So the drama will be overnight on EUSE.
Yeah, I think it's really at an interesting level, according to Gann. And I'm going to go to the lower time frames pretty soon, but I'm going to get that 75 MA out of there. So what I was really paying attention to after hours was actually the daily chart here. And I'm looking at the daily 100 down here because it is below all of this after hours. So if it flips everything to a resistance temporarily on the daily chart, then the next target would be around 230. So that's what I think I'm waiting for. But this could hold. This could just turn into a wick tomorrow, this like 270, 280, 290 zone, and it could close back above. And it looks like it really has a strong possibility of flipping all this area to a base. So I want to be too negative on it. And I think maybe my order down here might be a little bit too greedy. I think it has a really good possibility of like 277 or 290 holding for the weekly candle close. I really do. Because you just zoom out like this. This level is really important. This 277, a previous resistance over here, which was also a previous support over here. And you can just see it's trying to go on top of it and build a base from a previous resistance to support. So I think it has a really high probability of just turning into a wick. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I agree with you 100%. If you show my chart up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was this, the terrible report came out. I can click it right here. It says, oh no, it doesn't do it. Wait, if I do the daily chart and then or the weekly chart, one of them had the earnings. Oh, come on. When I want to see it, it's not showing it for me. Hang on. I can do this. More settings, events, earnings. There we go. The red earnings. So yeah, it came up. The earnings surprise was it was lower by 792%. They reported negative 1.77 per share when everyone was expecting just like 20 cents per share loss. And then the revenue came in. They only reported $854,000 revenue when everyone was expecting 6.7 million. So that was down 87%. So that, but as hard as they hit it, like the way Japan hit us on August 5th, it only came down. It wicked down to the 618 fib level for me, about 250. Hit 247 is what it hit, just a little bit below 251, and then it came right back up here to the 764. That's where it closed out the after hours market. And I think maybe they'll reassure us somewhat with whatever they say in the morning. I'm still looking for this. It went 764, 382. The 1382 is still my target. I think this is just like a crazy, I don't know, weird diagonal fourth wave, something or another on the way to this third wave. Then 321 should hold, and I'm still looking for 573 up here for the 2382. If it gets really good and somehow it does the Santa rally to this 2618, so much the better. 615, but I think this will hold. If it was going to go deeper, it could, the whole thing could turn into an extended wider flat of this minor wave 2, the wave 3, 1, 2, minor 2. And it could fall back to almost that 209 again, which is where you were kind of hoping you could get that buy-in. And it wouldn't hit 209. It'd probably stop short somewhere around 219, 220. And then should go right back right back to program and head for that 391 level next.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards closing the week above 277. That's what I'm leaning for, and that would remain bullish for me. So
yeah, that should do it. Just like you said earlier, is resistance, then support. I just kind of wicked through. This could hold a support and take us to 391 next is my target.
It's just grabbing that liquidity. It's stealing your shares from your stop losses, and then the big money is buying it.
That's exactly it. It's not like people said, "Oh no, I read this earnings report. It's terrible. I'm going to sell." It's more like a bunch of people had if it ever falls 1 penny below 278, I want you to just sell it all. And then that's exactly what happened. Stop losses are just terrible. They're just fodder for algos.
Yeah.
Fine.
Retail loves them, and they don't realize it's a trap.
It's a trap.
There is a risk of it falling down to 0.7, sorry, 0.382 though. I can see that.
Something
Just
else.
break down. Yeah.
Something else touched me on the doll here. NVAX after hours also came out. Let's see, Earth's earnings isn't until the 12th, but there was something. Oh, some country said they were going to discontinue their orders from NVAX, and that just made it, retest the same wick down here. In fact, actually, if you get really close, it's still a higher low. Look, it's a higher low, so it's still bullish. It's just kind of coming back to retest. It went all the way up here, and now it's found support at this 76.4% retrace. Perfect place for support. It actually hasn't even touched 833 yet. So maybe tomorrow it'll finally touch $8.33. That'll be a perfect 764 retracement. And then we can start building 5 waves up again.
Yeah, I think I'm going to add more down there too. I still like it until I don't, right? If it does drop, then I'll just take the loss. But until then, I still like the structure.
Maybe can you reassure us with your NVAX chart again?
No, it's basically the same as yours.
Okay.
Yeah, around the 830s, 860s, yeah, around there.
Yeah. It's like, and then because it kind of just wants to, it's had a crazy, history. It's run up before, fallen flat, run up before, fallen flat. And I'm just looking forward to do a simple ABC retrace again. From these lows, it built a base, and it kind of wants to come back up to maybe this 618 level up here at 206.33.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to go to the mid to low 8s actually, just to test it and then buy more and make sure it holds. That's what I want to see.
I just hope that they're going to come with a cancer treatment, and this isn't like because monkeypox is going to go like airborne or something. Yeah. It's crazy when we do these charts, right? And we look at something, it's like, oh damn, what's going to make that happen? And then Israel gets invaded by Hamas, and terrible things happen.
Yeah.
Like shoot, I didn't see that coming.
And Kat, you got a chart on EOS or something, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just playing around with Doge now, but let me see.
King Lake Scalper says that was Fort Lauderdale, that blue area.
Yeah.
If you do if you just look at a monthly, I mean, I see some confluence here. If you look at Ichimoku on the monthly, the conversion's right down here at 2.14, and it can totally backtest this breakout line over here, just wick down and touch the area.
What's that number? What's that number when it touches?
2.14. So it's close to 2.09, which is going to be a 0.382. The same thing here on the weekly. It looks like it's having a hard time breaking above the cloud on the weekly. So what is it going to do? It looks like it looks very exhausted actually. So if you look at the RSI, you can see like I already knew that it's going to have like some bearish divergence. Just looking at that, I don't even need to look at RSI. So it looks a little bit exhausted. So whereas you could wick down here at the 2.16 is going to be the baseline down here. Possible.
But it might just be a wick. It could be like a day.
It could be, yeah, and it'd be extremely bullish because it would just be back testing this trend line over here. But yeah, that's all I got.
That's a nice. I see. Cat pulls these really nifty observations out of like a magic cat hat. Like I never even think to look at these things.
Yeah, and Doge looks very good right now. I can kind of I got like a 4-hour chart.
Wait. Matt wants to say something loving and caring about you.
Oh, no. I just said, I was going to say there's Affirm for you next too, Kat, because you love Affirm. So.
I love Affirm. Affirm loves me. So, like we got a nice relationship going, but this is the 8-hour chart for Doge. And it looks like it's following market symmetry perfectly. Like I can't, like, what is this? It's just doing what it's supposed to do. But if you are looking at like a weekly time frame, I think it's getting really close to like really just breaking. I'm going to delete this because I don't really care about that. There's a trend line that I've been following from here and down to here, right? It looks like we're about to break above this trend line. What happened last time when we break above this trend line that looked extremely similar? Boom, right?
Oh, that is crazy.
Boom, I'm seeing double. Right? Yeah, look at that crap. But boom, right? So I think we're at the juncture we're about to like break above. And then you look at like the weekly Ichimoku, Last time we really like kind of break above the Ichimoku, and we did a little bit of back test last cycle and just went for like the moon, right? Right now we're kind of looking the same. You got a bullish cross here on the weekly, and it looks like it's just doesn't even care about the weekly cloud here anymore. Let me see. The 2-week cloud chart is already broken above the 2-week cloud. Last time it broke about the 2-week cloud, boom, right? So there's a lot of things that are just telling me I think Doge is ready to run pretty soon. If you're also just looking at the Bollinger Band here, if I get rid of the Ichimoku, yeah, I mean, like it looks like we're very important, like very similar juncture where 20-month moving average is. You see the Triton over there? You know, that's what Coinbase has. That's what Ethereum is building right now. You see that? Yeah, you see kind of like a little bit like a tweezer over here too, and with a rising 20, like it's gonna go boom. The Bollinger Band is expanding here on the monthly. So so I'm pretty excited about
Dogecoin.
Yeah. The
well, like $2,500 worth a couple weeks ago, now it's worth $3,500.
Yeah, and it's going to keep going up higher probably. It looks like it just wants to keep going. I don't have much to say about Affirm. All I'm saying is just kind of going sideways here. I think it's just still, underneath resistance here a little bit. I think I'm doing like a redundant thing here. So I think I did this on a weekly.
Hey, my boys, I'm going to sign off, but love y'all. Enjoy the stream.
No, thanks for coming.
I'll post a tweet out still that I'm in here. Love you, gang.
Have a good one, man.
Thanks for coming.
Dicks out of her.
Well, got to watch Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think Ben is going to be the
Ty Swindle style. Look up Ty Swindle.
All right, man. Ace is an interesting character. Love the guy. Been trying to figure about the 0.236 here, which is this level over here previously, It's just been having a hard time breaking above. But it's the third month that it's trying to do that. Upper Bollinger Band is expanding. This thing's going higher. I think this is going to go hit like $90. It's going to be like my target in 2025. After that, it's probably going to go hit some higher targets. It's going to go back to like triple digits is kind of where I'm seeing it. Higher highs, higher lows. The volume is also like very, very telling. It's got this big giant downtrend here for like 7 months with like no volume. And all it takes just a little bit of volume to engulf like 6 months of price action. It's just consolidating underneath like this level over here from previous. Like all it takes just a little bit of volume and like this thing's gonna push above. If you want to think about like the financial, like the all these fintech stocks, a lot of people are really scared about like the 10-year yield. And I would say, like, why are you scared about a 10-year yield? Is it just because it kind of gone up a lot in the month of October? Is that why you're scared after it gone up straight down for like 5 months in a row? And this looks like a very weak structure, right? Like, why are you scared? You think 10 years is going to keep going to the moon? No, like it's at resistance right now. It's at resistance right now, right? It's at resistance right now. Basically, it broke down underneath previous support, and now it's backtesting its resistance, right? So the reason why I'm talking about 10 years, I think it's important in terms of like economics and things like that in general. Look at where the 10-year is at right now. It's like stuck inside the Ichimoku cloud, it's backtesting as resistance. So I think the 10-year is going to go down. And if that's the case, I think IWM is going to go up. IWM is already going up. It's just waiting to break about the 0.786. And a lot of the fintech stocks like Affirm has been trying to break above. You already have a Katana here for the weekly on the Ichimoku, right? And it's really starting to separate. Like this is a very powerful thing that is going to work out. It's still holding the Tenkan here or the conversion here as support, right? So it's still waiting to play out. I'm still pretty bullish on Affirm. And you can say the same thing about like SoFi. SoFi just doesn't care. It just wants to keep going higher, by the way. It is at resistance right now still, but it looks like it wants to go higher. You can say the same thing about like Robinhood. You can say the same thing about PayPal. I did a video on a lot of these stocks. Basically they're doing kind of the same thing. You're got like a Katana here, and it's kind of backtesting the conversion line. Hood had like almost like a Katana here, backtesting the conversion line. SQ is a little bit different, but SQ is going to do its thing. SoFi is just really impulsive.
I got a GAN for Block.
For Block, yeah. You want to show that? Feel free. I think that's all I have for. Actually, one more thing on Affirm, if my chart would pull up. Trade, yeah. So if you look at the monthly, extremely bullish. it basically it broke down underneath the Tenkan cushion, but it had the bullish cross, and you have this bullish engulfing candle, which just push above the monthly. You basically backtest the monthly conversion or Tenkan, whatever you call it. It looks like it wants to go higher. It's probably wants to go hit like around the 58 level up here, and it's probably going to end up maybe hitting some resistance here, but it's probably going to push through. And I see it hitting like maybe like the 90 level sometime like 2025. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Anyway, go for it.
I see a wait. I see a pattern right at the bottom. Isn't that like that Adam and Eve bottom?
You're talking about like
yeah,
this
right
over
there.
here?
Yep, right there. Those two.
Yeah, like that was totally an Adam Eve. I mean, like I was charting. Yeah, I was charting a firm for a very long time. Like if you look at my old X account, I have some old charts where I was like, and I probably didn't know what I was doing back then. I was like, look at this. I hate the magnet when I'm trying to do trend line. Look at this like trend line breaking, like it's got like some bullish diversions. Like I was charting it down here. Look at this Adam and Eve. I barely talk about Adam and Eve anymore unless I see like a very clear pattern. This is totally one. And the Adam and Eve target, I guess it was 22 and 8. So it would have probably been like in the up like in the 40s, actually in the 30s. I guess it just pushes through it and just backtests the zone over here. But anyway, yeah, a lot of history here.
And it also looks like a Bach, a BACH, big ass cup and handle.
like the composer,
like the composer Bach.
You're the big ass, and I'm the cup and handle.
Big ass cup and handle.
You gotta get that trending on X. It's a Bach.
It's a Johann Sebastian.
The problem is there's also a guy named Bach, so be careful.
Oh, that's true. He's like, "What are you calling me, bro?"
He might like that though. He's cool. He's very cool.
It's anyway. A JS Bach.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're gonna do leaps for a firm, I think it's fine. Like I'm never like deterministic, but it looks like this has more support than resistance here, right? So the next thing is probably gonna end up gravitating up higher, and I can totally see maybe in 2025, sometime maybe like in the 90s. There's no guarantee, so if you want to do leaps, again, this is not financial advice. I would probably do a little bit further, but I don't know. I don't know anything, so affirm.
Firm. I've got some price targets if you want them. Otherwise, I think Matt's chomping the bit to show us something really cool.
I'm just going to show you the Blocka. Where's my
Block,
screen?
formerly known as Squaresoft, or not Squaresoft, just Square.
Squaresoft.
Square Enix. No.
Square Block, it's all the same. So check out this handy dandy little Ganny from the bottom here in 2016, like almost straight up to the very green level up here. But this blue level has been super support for the longest time. And also, I want you to pay attention to this bottom arc right here. See how it's support, flipped it to a resistance. Look what's happening now.
Oh, it's testing it again.
Yeah, it's trying to write it down. It's trying to write it down as a support. And you know what happens next? Boomtown up to the 80s. So I think that is going to be the target for the shorter term. Just maybe give it some time to just do its thing. But I think it has a better chance than not to break above, simply because it's really close to breaking the cloud again, right? So once it gets above it, I think it's go time. So this is a really cool development for Block for going higher. And right up here at the 80s is the previous highs over here too. So it kind of matches. So I think I'll be expecting that. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. We'll see. We'll keep our eyes open. So I think this is a great development for Block, and also very good for growth stocks in general. So there we go.
Beautiful.
Growth stocks.
Yeah. You guys want to go back to the election results, and then maybe we can kind of call it a night early?
Sure.
Yeah. Unless anybody else has any requests, go ahead and type them in. But otherwise, we might be ending early.
Yeah. By early, you mean like
we can wake up early and do it all again.
So Pennsylvania's still not in yet. That's a battleground.
Georgia too. Yeah, Georgia's going to be a big battleground. But
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
3.4 million. Yeah, he's increasing the lead, but still a lot of battleground states, and plus California is not in there. A lot of things can change really quickly. So we'll see when we wake up. But Cat never sleeps anyway, so we will.
I just hope that it doesn't have to go to like the Supreme Court or like, you know, something ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
Like hanging chads in Florida.
Yeah. But we'll see.
But Jim Cramer was saying the market was expecting a Kamala win. So what's up with that, Cat?
Inverse Kramer.
Short Kramer. Not that I care one way or another, but man, I don't know. Like, is he still saying that like Palantir is a meme stock?
Oh yeah, probably.
It's not a real business. I don't know. It's unfortunate.
It's the kettle calling the pot black.
Yeah.
Kramer's a meme analyst.
Yeah. Bitcoin's pumping, but I think that's expected. Like if you just look at the liquidation heat map, it's been like it's been calling for 72,000 for like a very long time, and I think it's gonna hit there by like tomorrow.
But is it gonna break above there?
It could, because I'm seeing actually a lot of liquidity to grab around 73,000. So I think it's probably gonna push like maybe wick into like all-time high sometime this week. It may not break through, but I think looks like it's going there. So,
oh, man, I can't wait. I've got so many miners in my portfolio now, and all that Connell. Looks like I might have to switch my. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the USC earnings call tomorrow. I'd like to switch that USC money into Connell as well.
Yeah,
oh, you're getting out of EOSC.
Not getting out of it, but just like I'm overweight on it.
Okay.
I could put some more. I could put some more in Connell. Like I think. Let me take a look here.
Yeah,
I think I've got
your bullfrog.
so much money in EOSD than I have in Connell. Maybe actually 4 times as much.
I'm not getting you excited in Doge tracker. No.
Oh no, I love Doge. I'm gonna take some of my my X money and buy
higher. That's right, higher. Yeah, so you are rotating some money into Doge, maybe.
Yeah. I already did. Like I said, I got $2,500 of it last month, and now it's worth $3,500. So I'm liking where that's going. USE. Oh wait, here we go. Value.
Beautiful. All right, guys. I think it's the election results going to be like molasses for a while. So you guys.
Yeah, I got like 63,000 in EOSE and 26,000 in Connell. So I might
rotate a little bit.
Might rotate a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. We'll just keep meme chatting at each other all night.
Yeah.
Night while we're trying to go to sleep.
We'll go behind the scenes on X, and then maybe like write something weird on Matt's Telegram.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, just send price heat map alerts all through the night.
I don't know. You know, Kat, you keep raising the bar every week, so it's harder and harder to write something weirder on Matt's list.
Yeah. What was the last one? Like a master of something?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not a weird cat. I'm very socially well adjusted. I have friends. Yeah.
I imagine you're a good smelling cat too. Not one of those stinky cats.
It depends on the day. Yeah.
Depends on how many hours you had riding your Tesla to work and back.
Yeah. I mean, I love about Tesla is like it's got the auto climate thing. You know, just let it do its thing. It's just it can't clean cats yet, so that's my only complaint about it.
Well, it's got the air shower. You can like
the air shower.
Yeah, you divert the air just the right way to rub.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I'm very bullish on Tesla. I actually think that. I actually didn't really care about the election results in terms of like what it would do for Tesla. I think you can't stop a company like that. Like it doesn't matter.
You can't.
It doesn't matter who's president.
Its fortunes do not turn on a dime. It will outlast many presidents.
Yeah, it will. Like I'm not that worried about like Tesla, who's going to win, things like that. But we'll see.
We'll talk about Tesla the same way people used to talk about like Northrop Grumman and all these like defense contractors. They've been around forever.
Yeah.
GE and such.
They'll be fine. The more like comments, like I don't know how many comments you guys get from people talking about like Tesla and Bitcoin, depending like who wins. Like I don't know.
So many.
Yeah, like I'm like I don't care. Like, I really don't care.
I really feel like Elon, he threw his hat in the ring, he threw his weight into Trump, and it doesn't matter if whether Trump wins or Harris wins. Elon is now he's a contender. Like he's like the new 100-pound elephant in the room, and even like if the Democrats come up with more influence, they're gonna have to treat him differently now. They can't just like diss him the way they've been dissing him because he carries weight, and this election cycle has shown that.
I'm still waiting for the fight between him and Zuckerberg. But anyway,
Oh,
all right, guys.
It wouldn't go well for either one of them. They should.
No, probably won't. I want him to be around. So anyway, yeah.
Exactly.
Guys,
With his back.
fun night. Let's take it to Telegram, shall we?
All right.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you guys
All
for
right.
watching with us. Our very special election edition of the Triumvirate.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Take us out with some of that
Abe,
awesome music,
Thank
Matt.
you, A, for joining in. Thank you for
Thanks, A.